Gamescom 2018 has just come to an end, and it was pretty good. What's up, YouTube? This is Ramakrishnan here, and today let's talk about Gamescom 2018. I've watched just about every trailer and gameplay demo. Maybe not every single one, but I've watched plenty of them, and I found some games that I'm really excited for. Of course, there are some that I already knew I was excited for. So why don't I just tell you guys what's going on right here. We are going to talk about my personal top 10 games of Gamescom 2018. Disclaimer, I'm just telling you guys that as long as this game has showing at Gamescom, it counts, it's fair game, whether it was a full-blown gameplay demo or just a 1.5 minute trailer of some cinematics or story stuff. With that being said, let's just dive right in. Coming in at number 10, and the first game I want to talk about is Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
How could this have happened here?
This sequel looks to be upping the ante with Tom Clancy's Division. It's a really interesting world, and I think that every cinematic trailer I've seen so far not only looks absolutely beautiful, like Ubisoft is really nailing it in the visuals department, but I'm just really excited for this storytelling and the world that The Division 2 is going to offer me. Of course, I haven't played the first one, but I'm really interested in that. Like I said, I find this world building to be super cool, and if done right, and if they actually focus a little more on story and give me some cool stuff to watch unfold, I think The Division 2 is totally up my alley. I love this post-apocalyptic world, but in a different manner than what most pieces of entertainment would do with that idea. This is something more feasible, and it's kind of scary because of how realistic some of it could potentially be. And I think it's just a really interesting world to explore. That's why I put it at number 10 on this list.
One thing is beyond question. This is where we push back.
Coming in at number 9 is something new. It is called Close to the Sun. So this is that BioShock clone of sorts. This game has extreme BioShock vibes. Everything from the world it's approaching, to the text, to the gameplay, to the way you walk around, and there's horror aspects and everything, but that could be a good thing. BioShock is fantastic by all accounts, so maybe if it's done right, this game will be like BioShock. It's supposed to be this horror game, but also an adventure game. So yeah, BioShock, but I don't know where the action is. Now, I'm an action fan when it comes to video games. I love combat, weapons, gunplay, and everything else, but this seems to be more of just kind of a horror adventure game, really more about walking around and surviving, exploring. And I think that this world that these developers are building is going to be super cool. It's about Nikola Tesla succeeding and creating this massive ship where all these scientists come and they push the future in science and technology and innovation. And of course, something crazy happens. It is all about some crazy things going on and horror on this ship. And I think that it seems like a world that I'm absolutely down to explore. Probably hearing some audio logs, reading some diaries, and interacting with some pretty interesting characters and NPCs. So I'm really excited for Close to the Sun, and I think that it might be an amazing BioShock-like game. 8 on this list is Call of Cthulhu? Call of Cthulhu.
Greetings, and welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
It's a weird word to pronounce, and it's kind of a weird game, but I'm really excited for it. So let's talk about Call of Cthulhu. This game is an adventure game, and it seems to be pretty story-driven, focused on some dialogue options and the narrative overall, and of course kind of solving some mysteries. It's like an investigation of a home. Something went wrong, something went down, and it's up to you to figure it out. But of course, Call of Cthulhu also will be playing around with some supernatural things, and rightfully so. I think it seems really interesting. So, Call of Cthulhu, basically at the ending of this trailer at Gamescom, they said something like, about testing sanity.
The further you push your sanity to the brink and risk the abyss of madness.
And I think that's really cool. That could be a really good dynamic element of this game if done right. This game will probably have some really crazy horror elements to it, but also be focused on its own story. And I think it seems really interesting.
Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
The best word I can say is really an interesting game. So I'm super excited for whatever Call of Cthulhu is about to be.
Your journey is just beginning.
Coming in at number 7 is the Dark Pictures Man of Medan.
I've never been down there before. Down? Diving?
Supermassive Games created Until Dawn, and I love that game. I actually really stand by it as one of the most interesting story-driven games on the PS4. And I love that this game looks like Until Dawn, but it doesn't have to be Until Dawn too.
So is everybody on board and ready to go?
Supermassive has that distinct look to the characters and everything, and even the idea of what's going on in Man of Medan is kind of similar, and that's alright. So Until Dawn, you saw these young people going on a trip to a cabin for a nice winter getaway. And in this case, we see some young people going onto a boat and taking a trip onto the water. And then they start looking for some buried treasure, and of course, things take a dark twist.
What do you know about this wreck?
Just rumors?
I love what they're going for with this. The Dark Pictures is like this anthology, and that means there's going to be multiple stories to tell, and so be it. I'm down for more and more from Supermassive Games, based on Until Dawn alone, of course. I think that Man of Medan seems really interesting. I like this idea of going underwater and exploring some sort of sea creatures, I imagine. Maybe like a Loch Ness Monster, who knows? It seems dark and all for the better, and I think that it looks super cool. And I just love to know that Supermassive Games is back with another game of their same nature, because they really nailed it with Until Dawn. So I'm excited for Man of Medan. Hopefully you guys are too.
Guys!
And coming in at number 6 on our list of Gamescom games that I'm the most excited for, I gotta tell you about Devil's Hunt. So Devil's Hunt,
there's always a choice, no matter what.
Is this new IP, and I thought it looked awesome. It's funny because when I'm reading up on Gamescom 2018, it seems like the press wasn't talking a whole lot about this game, because there's a lot of other big games, some that I'm not super excited for personally, some that you'll see on this list. But Devil's Hunt looks cool. It's this action game with melee combat. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played Prototype, but it looks a little bit like that. It's got some Infamous vibes, I think, and Devil May Cry. So, yeah, that's awesome.
I won't forgive him. He's going to pay for what he did to me.
Do you realize how important you are?
I'm a big action fan. I like all those 3 games that I just mentioned. And it takes place, it looks like some sort of hell. So, you know, Devil's Hunt, like I said, Devil May Cry vibes, looks super cool. The action looks like just an awesome game to play. I think it's probably going to have some dynamic RPG systems to it. I can't imagine it's going to be shallow. And this game looks really cool. It kind of came out of nowhere, I feel like. And I'm super interested in what it may be all about. So get excited for Devil's Hunt.
Sometimes it's only the illusion that drives us from the right decision.
And now we are on the bottom half of this list. Number 5 is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. First revealed at E3 2018 officially, but also teased a little while back before that. This new game from Software is not a Soulsborne game, and I think that's probably a good thing. So here's my experience with those games. I tried out Bloodborne a lot. I tried a lot of Bloodborne, and oh my god, that's a hard game, but whatever. Obviously, it's meant to be, right? But Sekiro looks a little different. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. First of all, it's not a dark, gothic horror kind of game. Sekiro is taking place with some Japanese history and already has me sold on that. Of course, oddly enough, it's going to compete with Nioh 2 and Ghost of Tsushima next year, but I feel like Sekiro already kind of stands up above them just because From Software has a great track record. And that's great because Sekiro looks awesome. Combat looked good when it was first shown off just a little bit at E3, but now we've seen a full gameplay demo of it, and wow, it looks awesome. Big boss fights, a grappling hook, these great melee weapons, and some stealth, challenging but kind of fast combat with a lot of great looking set pieces, violent, and just epic. I think the best word is epic. So Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice looks super cool, and also, we were given a release date. That comes out March 22nd, so in terms of game releases, it's not even that far away. Coming in at number 4 is Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry is back.
DMC is back!
That is what we were told at E3 2018. And just a couple months later, we get a release date. So just like Sekiro, Devil May Cry 5 was one of E3's biggest games. A release date was given of March 8th. So again, not even that far away. And Devil May Cry 5 looks sick. I think that it's looking like it's going to blend both of what action games used to be and what they are today. So basically, you think of like hack and slash games on the PS3 and 360 generation, and then you look at the melee combat of action games on PS4 and Xbox One. It's different. It's like comparing God of War 2018 to God of War 3 in 2010. But Devil May Cry looks like it's going to kind of balance both in all the best ways possible, because you gotta love the combat of Devil May Cry 3, for example, and Nero looks like an awesome character, just like Dante. I'm super excited for this. You've got some great skills in your combat, mid-air dodges, and fast-paced combos. It looked kind of wacky and over the top, but in the best way possible, because that is the charm of Devil May Cry. So, Devil May Cry 5, coming out in March. I cannot be more excited for that.
Perfect timing.
The third game that I'm the most excited for from Gamescom 2018 is actually Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So recently, I started thinking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey once I was reading up on it in my latest Game Informer issue. And you know what? Assassin's Creed Odyssey looks amazing. There's no way around it.
Greece hides many dangers.
Assassin's Creed Origins was already a massive success last year in 2017. I like that game a lot. And this is just going to improve on that with the deep RPG systems and whatnot, but particularly for what we see from Gamescom. Assassin's Creed Odyssey had a couple trailers showing off both Cassandra and Alexios, both characters who I actually think seem really interesting. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey and its Gamescom 2018 trailers particularly hit me with Greek mythology. It's mentioning gods, and all the mythology surrounding that and the lore of ancient Greece really is compelling to me. I've always found it to be super cool, and I absolutely love learning about it in school and whatnot, and when God of War was all about it, so I'm super excited for that. I also think the whole setting and just the nature of it alone, not even worrying about mythology, but just ancient Greece, looks beautiful in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Every single cinematic shows off some amazing visuals. Ubisoft is really trying hard to make this look fantastic, and I just love that they're going for this setting and time period, so get hyped for Assassin's Creed Odyssey with me. It's literally coming out in just about a month. Number 2 is Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, another game from E3, but it was only teased, and oh my god, I remember how excited I was just to see the teaser. Now that Doom Eternal was fully shown off in all its glory thanks to QuakeCon 2018, and then further shown off at Gamescom 2018, I can confirm that it looks great. It looks awesome. Doom Eternal is just going to return to all of that violent combat. It's all about fast-paced shooting and movement, always moving around. Brutality in it too. All of the melee glory kills and every shotgun shot to the head of a demon is super satisfying. It's disgustingly violent and awesome to watch. Satisfying to pull off all of the kills. And with even more options for movement, like a grappling hook, and just some more options to move around in the environment, opening for some even more versatile ways to approach your enemies, I think Doom Eternal is going to be even better. It's probably going to be another step up in terms of the violence. All of the over-the-top action that Doom 2016 succeeded in so well is just going to be even better. It's going to be even more bloody and violent. You're going to be able to shoot more guns faster and find more guns to use. You're going to feel amazing with every kill because Doom Eternal is just that awesome sequel that you want to an already fantastic shooter. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. What is my number one game from Gamescom 2018? Well, believe it or not, it's Metro Exodus. Now, here's the thing. A little while back, when Metro Exodus was first revealed, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was E3 2017 on Microsoft stage. Metro Exodus is a game that I was like, alright, this looks kind of cool. I dig it, but I'm not so sure it's really for me. But it's probably not coming out for a little while. And then E3 2018, Metro Exodus had an amazing looking trailer. I actually started to really get excited for it. And now, with a full gameplay demo, which I sat down and watched and really enjoyed and really got excited for and just wanted to play it so much. This gameplay demo and a beautiful trailer got me super hyped for Metro Exodus. It's coming out February 22nd alongside 3 other admittedly exciting games, but Metro Exodus really has me hyped. I think that the gunplay looks great. I think that it looks deep. There's all these different customization options. You have attachments for every single weapon, and there's some super cool weapons too. Not just your standard assault rifle and shotgun and pistol. It looks like some cool crossbows are available, and stealth is an option, a viable option. And there's options in that too. I think that the combat and gunplay are probably pretty deep. It looks like Metro Exodus is really going to improve. Now, Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, great games by all accounts, but never appealed to me enough to really like them. But this, I'm actually sold on it. I think the environment looks really cool. Human enemies add some immersion, and I'm really liking that because I don't want to just deal with monsters, of course, but also I'm super excited for the monsters. Metro Exodus looks beautiful. The graphics are really nice, and it looks like a fantastic sequel that I never knew I wanted, but now I want it so bad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, those are the 10 games of Gamescom 2018 that I'm the most excited for. That is my top 10 list from Gamescom, but I want to know yours. So be sure to go in the comments below and let me know which games from Gamescom got you the most excited. What gameplay demo made you want to play the game the most? Or what new reveal of a new IP or sequel or game you never knew you even wanted got you hyped? Hey, if you guys like this video, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I've got new things coming your way as often as I can, all about video games and the hype surrounding them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. With that being said, I'm Ramakrishnan. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.